All right. Kiran, let me ask you this, because yesterday in the economic survey, the chief economic advisor said that the space has opened up for big bang reforms. Later he tempered it, saying that the big bang reforms that investors ask or seek will perhaps not happen because India is a very vibrant democracy. How do you then read and reconcile those statements?
You know, I think it's extremely important to really look at this budget, and I'm sure the government has to leverage this opportunity to basically come up with some strong measures to incentivize investment. I think the focus of this government has to be about investment and jobs. And if you look at that, then the investment has to come into infrastructure, the investment has to come into manufacturing, the investment has to come into innovation, as Sunil said, and the job creation aspect, I really want the government to look at startup entrepreneurship.
Do you think the startup tax is likely to go?
Well, I think so. I mean, I'm hopeful because I think startups are going to get a boost. And I think startups is the only way of creating the jobs, at least in the near term, in a big way. Because we are seeing mushrooming of startups, at least in the tech sector, which are creating, you know, a large number of jobs. So I think that's going to be an opportunity for the government. But apart from that, I think I think all the panelists have already talked about the fact that the PPP model has to be far, you know, more fairer to the private sector.
Sure.
I think the risk, you know, sort of ascribed to the private sector has to be reduced. You've got to find mechanisms to invite and encourage and incentivize private sector investment in infra.
Well, hopefully we will see more details or at least some clarity on that issue, because it was mentioned in the budget last year, but we actually haven't seen much. But Mr. Sriram, any new cesses expected? There's a lot of speculation on whether a Swachh Bharat cess is going to be imposed linked to the service tax rate. Any new cesses, and do you believe a Swachh Bharat cess is a good idea if indeed does come through?
I think at the stage just now, the focus on getting the economy moving faster is a more important area of focus, because Swachh Bharat is critical. There's no two ways on that. But activity has started. Corporates have taken it up. Many of them taken it up as a drive. And I know many companies who are really moving on it very aggressively. So let's wait for a little while before we want to kickstart, because of the physical capability and then the funding. But I want to, if I may make one comment on the tax issues we were talking about. Corporate tax today is about 34%. But the actual payment of tax on an average is about 22-23%. When companies outside, especially here, that India's tax is 34%, you know, it sort of doesn't create the right vibe. I hope the government moves towards rationalizing exemptions, bringing simplification in the tax structure
regime,
and reducing the tax rate. I think that will have a positive impact across the board.
Private investment, and you know, how do you see this government trying to address the issue of crowding in private investment through the budget, Sanjay Reddy, given where we are and given need to really get the capex cycle moving?
I think it's critical that investment is somehow re-energized, and especially I know for a fact that there's a lot of foreign capital waiting at the sidelines to come into India. But unfortunately this time around it's very patient capital. They are going to wait till everything is clear. They don't want to take the risks of the past, and they want a much cleaner, simpler regime to invest in. So I think especially in infrastructure, I guess I'm hoping that the government will figure out a mechanism where you may call it an India infrastructure fund or whatever it is, where investment can come in and somehow it will channelize into infrastructure, but the risks for them are somehow mitigated, including government assuring them on certain kind of risks which they should not be taking.
Do you see more clarity coming in as far as airport modernization plans are concerned? We've seen certain RFQs being given out already, but do you see a greater push, at least on specific projects, perhaps in the aviation space?
I think there have already been announcements made, so I don't expect too much in the budget per se, and the government is moving on those projects as far as airport infrastructure investments are concerned.
Okay, so let me ask the three of you. Mr. Munjal, let me start by asking you, what would qualify this budget as a hit, and what would be a big negative surprise for you if it were to come through?
I think it would be a hit if the government uses all the tools available to it at this moment. We have a phenomenal tool in the UID. We have a phenomenal tool right now in the new bank accounts which have been opened. If we can rationalize subsidies, allow subsidy to go directly into the accounts of only those who deserve it, and no more and no leakage, I think that would be the single biggest plus that I would see coming out of this budget.
Okay. And negative surprise?
Negative surprise would be if we do not use this time, because we have moderate inflation, we have low oil prices. If we do not use this to up the capex from the government side, of course it won't be comparable with last year, with 42% going to the state. It won't be like to like. But in spite of that, we had 1.7% in last year's budget, by the way, and 12.1% was on revenue.
Right.
So we need to turn this on its head. And if it doesn't, that would be a negative surprise.
Do you see a slippage on the 3.6% fiscal deficit number for the upcoming year? While they say that they will maintain the 3% for FY17, but do you believe that we're likely to see a slippage on this number?
I don't think so. I think given where the all macroeconomic trends are and the momentum that is starting to build up, I don't see a slippage. I think the government should go for 3.6% is my guess.
Okay. Final word to you, Kiran. What would qualify this as a hit budget for you?
Well, I think the hits are all very obvious, so I don't want to focus on the hits. But I think for me, what would be very disappointing is if they don't recognize the power of innovation and the power of the idea. I really want that Innovate in India, the investments in R&D and the startup culture. I want those things to be addressed.
So link Make in India to Innovate in India as well. Hopefully we will see the Finance Minister address some of those issues in less than 30 minutes, gentlemen. And Kiran, appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18 with your quick expectations on what the Finance Minister can do. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.